Broadcasting from Watts Creative Studios and live on Grove Street FM. You're listening to Talk Local to Me, brought to you by the Central Virginia Business Coalition.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Talk Local to Me. I am Heather Alto with the Central Virginia Business Coalition.
And I'm Mike Norfield with Visiting Angels, America's Choice in Home Care.
Well, that was a new little ending there. I was getting ready to just interrupt you, and you just kept going. I was like, what? Look at you with your tagline.
Right.
I like it. So, thanks for joining us again today. Hopefully you're following us on grovestreet.fm with Media Squatch. And if you have not liked and subscribed or hit the notification button, go ahead and do it right now. Go ahead and hit that subscribe. We are putting out new content every week. And if you guys listen to our last episode, we talked a lot about content and the importance of that. And so we are excited to be able to, we should be on episode 174 now?
174.
174?
That's it, y'all.
We need a camera on the wall.
That's a good idea. I like that. Okay.
Yeah. One more thing to add to the studio.
I mean, you
give me a reason to get a sign, I will do it.
Yeah. And I talked about it last week. I'm a big podcast. Like I love listening to my different podcasts. And I didn't really think about it until Woody said last, week about how, we're actually putting out some significant stuff in our area. And, I sit here and listen to all these other people and think, wow, they're so cool. And I'm like, you know what? We might be pretty cool too. Yeah. So, y'all are listening to a pretty cool show. And I'm glad you are. But if you're making sure that you're hitting that notification bell, you'll know when new episodes are dropping. We're listening, and talking to new businesses every week. Or, if we don't have a guest, we're always coming up with something educational or just fun to do here in the studio. Yeah. And so we appreciate you guys listening in. We always kind of kick off with upcoming things in our area. Cannot believe it is September almost. Like
it's creeping up on us.
I don't even know where August went. I know I say this all the time, but I blinked and August was just gone. Like I can't. Yeah, it's crazy. The weather's starting to creep back up a little bit into that heat I'm not a fan of. So fall, if you can hear me,
that fake
please
fall.
Just come and stay, please.
That fake fall hit us hard.
I love it. But Centerfest, we had our very first meeting this morning with Public Works and the electric department and all the departments we need for Centerfest. So we are really excited. We've got some new things this year. So if you're listening, we got some new things in our Kids Zone area. And so I'm really excited for this.
Are we finally getting Woody in the dunking booth?
No, but we will have a dunking booth. So I feel like Woody should get in the dunking booth.
Oh, man.
I think it would
throwing that out there.
We could put a little Media Squatch sign on the target.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea. Maybe I can wear the Bigfoot costume.
Yeah. You should. We'll let you go last though, because like the hair is like dripping off and like in there, you're not going to wait in the Sasquatch outfit. But so if you're tuning in and you have not heard of Centerfest before, Bedford Centerfest is a downtown street festival. It's going to be in Bedford, Virginia. Basically runs the entirety of the 6 blocks kind of right there in the middle of downtown. And it is September 21st from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And we encourage everyone to come out and have a lot of fun. There's a lot of great vendors. We have close to, I want to say 160 some vendors when you count food trucks and everything else there. A lot of new vendors, a lot of returning vendors. So start your Christmas shopping. Like right now, not right now, but at Centerfest, with all the local vendors there and also the local downtown businesses that are open and ready for you to come in and shop with them as well. We have bands that'll be down at our stage area in our farmers market. We have from 4 to 6, we are going to have country music artist Glenn Shelton. He will be here from 4 to 6 p.m. And then opening for him, local artist Carly Rae.
Yep.
I know people really love her. We also have some other local bands, and we'll have a local DJ that's going to be doing some music from 10 to 11. So we're excited for that. And then in our kids area, so as you guys know, we try and do most of the Kids Zone area free. As much as we can free, so that you as parents can come out, let your kids have fun, and you're able to spend money with our vendors more so than having to shell it out for the kids to do the fun things and stuff like that. So we will have our bounce house section with an obstacle course that will be there. We have the guy who does mobile laser tag will be back. Now there is a fee to that because he charges that on his own. We have face painting. We have a balloon twister that's coming out again. Balloon Dude Travis will be here. We also have Sequest will be coming and have some different animals out with Sequest.
Yeah, they had some cool animals last time. They had a couple snakes and
they had a big tortoise or something. Yeah. We have the foam guy coming this year, so he'll be pushing out all that fun foam for your kids to run around in. And
kids.
Well, I mean, if you adults, if you want to run through the foam, please do. Be careful. And then this year we'll have Spring Valley Horse Farm is coming back, and they are going to be providing a large petting zoo. And so it's going to have llamas and pigs and goats and cows and chickens and all kinds of things.
Oh my.
Oh my. So they will have a very nice size petting zoo. And then also, they will be bringing back the pony rides. We have not had pony rides. I want to say since before we took it over. I mean, it's been a while since we've had the pony rides.
Since we've been involved with the CVABC, we've helped with Centerfest. I don't think I've ever seen pony rides. So.
Yep. So they are coming back with the pony rides. I will say there will be a fee for the pony rides.
Right.
But other than that, the bounce houses, the petting zoo, all of that will be at no cost. And everything else will be a very, very low fee from what I understand, like $5, I think, for you to do the pony ride. So we're really excited for that. The dunking booth, like we mentioned, will be there too. The Liberty Middle School cheerleading squad will be hosting that as a fundraiser. So come out and support your local middle school cheerleaders. What do you call it? What's the word? Like it's my daughter's a cheerleader, so it's kind of like a plug, you know.
Yeah, sure.
Go out there and help the cheerleaders so I don't got to pay for stuff. Right. The more they raise, the less I got to pay for. So go on out there. So we're excited though to be able to help, the local, the different local sports teams be able to provide stuff like that. So some really exciting stuff. We're happy. It is a rain or shine event. I'm going to just put that out there now. If it's calling for rain or drizzle that day, it will still go on. Now, like last year, we had a hurricane. That is a different story. When the wind is going to potentially projectile throw tents around and cause damage, that's when we cancel. We do not have a rain date currently. However, if something like that were to happen, so right now it's rain or shine. So be ready for that just in case. Right. I just want to go ahead and throw that out there. And then I'll mention Christmas Parade. Again, applications are open for both Lynchburg's Christmas Parade and Bedford's Christmas Parade. We're super excited for that. Yeah. The theme for both is Inside Santa's Workshop.
Oh, great theme. Who came up with it?
Visiting Angels, I think.
Oh, hey, I like that.
America's Choice in Home Care.
America's Choice in Home Care.
So they're our sponsors for the floats. And we kept the same theme for each parade because we figured if you're going to create a float, why not be in both parades instead of just the one? So we're really excited about that. And those will be December 7th is the Bedford Parade. December 8th is Lynchburg's Parade. So get your applications in. Go ahead and get, working on those floats. And I think that's kind of it for our bigger events coming up.
Yeah.
So we're excited for all the things.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. A lot of things to get involved in. And then be on the lookout because we do have a small business symposium type thing that we'll be doing with Jack Dean State Farm in November. So we'll have more information about that pretty soon.
Yeah, that sounds exciting.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anything new going on with you?
No, I think that's it.
Nothing going on at Visiting Angels?
We've got a nice break next week, so you'll have an extra planning day for Centerfest because we won't have an episode next week.
Wait, what? That's right. We won't have an episode next week. Watch.
Yeah,
I'll have to show
vacation week. It's show vacation week.
Show vacation.
That's it.
So we won't have episode 175 until week after.
Right.
No, that's cool. I will mention just the CVABC offices are closed Monday. So for anyone looking out for us, we won't be there.
Okay. Good to know.
Throw that out
you get 2 days. Oh, so you can just make up Monday and Wednesday. So that'll work.
Yeah, that's true. Because then I won't. Yeah, that actually is a good idea.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we are going to talk with our guest today. And if you've listened to the show for a while, then our guest is no new. It's not anyone new. She's an old hat at this. Vicki with the Central Virginia Area Agency on Aging. Is that correct?
That's correct.
I did all that just from my head. So yes. So we have had Vicki on the show before talking about lots of different programs that you guys have done. You've done the Elves for Elders we've talked about. And we've talked about various different fun things that you guys do, but also the hard work and the things that you do to support our community as well. And so we have her back with us. And then Sarah, is that correct?
That's right.
Sarah's joining us as well. And we're going to be talking about some programs that they have coming up that are time sensitive to some degree. And, if you're listening in, you can get some more information. And then if you need more after the show, you can absolutely contact them. So welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to be back.
So I guess we'll just start off for those who maybe haven't heard before or listened to, a past episode. What exactly is the Central Virginia Agency on Aging?
We are your area agency on aging. We provide services to any older adult, 60 and over, Lynchburg and all the surrounding counties, all the way to their borders. And at that border, another area agency agent picks up what we left off. Statewide, there's 25 of us.
Oh, wow.
Yes, we are mandated under DARS and under the Older Americans Act.
Okay.
To do our services. Our agency is one of the larger ones. We offer about 32 to 36 services. Some of them are client-based. Some of them are open to the public. It just depends on which area you happen to fall in when you call us and tell us your need. We are not based on income. We are based on need. We don't care if you have $1 million in the bank or $1 in your pocket. We're going to all the same to us. We do offer some services to disabled individuals as well. We have a transportation service called New Freedom. That is one that we are actually looking for clients in right now. That individual has to be 59 or younger, getting disability, but not getting the transportation piece of disability.
Okay.
If they are getting the transportation piece of disability, they will go under a different ride provider. If they don't, they come to us, and we're able to take them to their non-emergency medical appointments, to the grocery store, and to the bank.
Okay, cool. And it's so working in healthcare myself and with seniors and things like that, that is probably the biggest challenge for a lot of our clients. And we get probably 2 or 3 calls a week about, hey, I need transportation here. Do you do that? And we don't do just transportation. So it's hard. And there's not really, it's hard to find companies out there that do provide that. So it's great to know that there's a program that will help cover some of that as well.
Right. And for the 60 and over group, that's Dial-A-Ride.
Right.
And Dial-A-Ride in Lynchburg covers Lynchburg, Amherst, Appomattox, and Campbell. Bedford Ride, who is here in Bedford County with Linda Bray, great program. She falls under our umbrella. She takes care of Bedford County. And it's the same principle. If you do not have transportation, we can take you to your non-emergency medical appointments, grocery store, and the bank. For some people, we are the only way they get to dialysis, to their cancer treatments, to their wound care, or just to their general appointments. Without us, they wouldn't go.
And I just want to say thank y'all for not calling me out, because I actually did call you the Area Agency on Aging, and that is not correct. I am wrong. And look at them. They were so nice. They're like, yeah, Heather, look at you doing great. It's the Central Virginia Alliance for Community Living. So I just want to put that out there, that I admit when I am wrong.
I used a lot of self-control.
I was incorrect, and I was so proud of myself for my incorrectness. And now I'm proud of myself because I corrected myself. And
we answer to both. Don't worry about it. We wear both hats.
I like to throw that out there when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So thank y'all for not calling me out though. Like, hey, Heather, no.
We don't do that. We don't do that. We answer to everything.
So, I think that what you guys do is so much needed in our community. Yeah. And y'all have so many different programs. And, I encourage people to go to your website and look at all of the things that you guys offer, because it's a lot, and it's kind of more, than we can put out in one show, which is why we've had you come back a couple of different times talking about those. But we're going to talk about 2 different programs today, correct?
Yes.
So which one, is there one you want to start with first? Is there one that kind of leads into the other, or vice versa?
Yeah, we can start with the VICAP program.
Okay, perfect. So we're gonna start with VICAP, and I'm gonna actually look at this when I read it, so I say the acronym correctly. So the Virginia Insurance Counseling and Assistance Program. So tell us a little bit about that program.
Well, what we do with the VICAP program is it's a counseling program. So with our agency, we don't make any money off of this. It's basically just leading people through the process of Medicare. Especially ones who are new to Medicare. You're just now retiring, so you have questions about the alphabet soup of Medicare, which is basically what this is. And it's just leading them through. It gives them their different options like Medicare Advantage, Medigaps, original Medicare, like what's going to be owed, what's going to be included, what's not included. And then it just like gives them the information and then lets them make that informed decision. But it's not about selling them anything or making them like make a decision that day.
Right.
You are on a time frame sometimes, depending on when you're retiring and compared to when you turn 65. But for the most part, it's just information.
Yeah.
And then letting them have that information that they need.
Well, because Medicare is changing all the time. Like stuff like that is changing, or like your stuff in your life potentially may be changing to where you need to look at the different parts A, B, C, D, all the letters.
Right.
And we've had some of our members on recently that handle Medicare for businesses. And I'm sure this would be a great thing to kind of be able to send someone like, hey, have some counseling before you're making those decisions. So you're doing what's right and not always doing the same thing each year. Because I think some people just probably just go, oh, I'll just keep the same thing, but stuff changes.
Well, and there's some, like with the Medigap, for instance, if you choose the original Medicare and you go with the Medigap, I'm actually, in all honesty, I'm still training a lot on this because I'm still fairly new at what I'm doing here. But one of the things I've heard consistently say is when you get a Medigap policy, that is yours for the rest of your life. You never have to get rid of that. The cost will more than likely increase every year for however long, but it's yours. You don't have to change it unless you want to. I think it's the other ones that have a tendency, rates change and the different policies may change and different things like that. So yes, I would say on those items, there is so much change, but there is that consistency with the original Medicare and a Medigap. So.
Okay. Now with Medicare, we were talking about there is only a small window of time for people to make those decisions. So what is that window and like, why is that so important to kind of look at it ahead of time?
Well, the window open enrollment is every year from October 15th through December 7th. So, and that is that chance that people have that they can look at their drug plans, especially. I think it's primarily their drug plans that they can make any kind of changes that they need to, because things will change. Even in those smaller plans, they're going to change. Like next year, there's going to be out-of-pocket maximum set. So, I mean, that's a good thing. For some people, that's a really good thing.
Right.
And then you've got changes to other medications. And then when you look at these and you look at it as a whole, it potentially, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it stays the same. And that's also a good thing if it's affordable and it's working. But sometimes there is that chance that it could go down a little bit and save that person some money. So open enrollment is just that time where you can come in and talk to a counselor and have that chance to see, just in case, does it go down? Can it save me a little bit? And if it does, great. And if you're good, then you're good. It's also one of those times you don't have to. I mean, if you miss it, you don't lose your drug coverage. You still have your drug plan. That's yours too for the rest of your life. It's just you're going to not have that opportunity to have that potential to save a little bit of money.
Right.
You'd have to wait till the next one to roll around. And I think that's where people get a little too like, oh my gosh, if I miss it, I'm going to lose my, no, you just won't get the opportunity to save, to see if you can save a little.
Or to adjust your plan to better
right, or to adjust or anything like that. Maybe you're off some medications. Maybe when you signed up, you had like a litany of medications and now you don't.
Right.
So, I mean, that's a big deal too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good opportunity to take a look just to see.
Well, and one thing I want to kind of touch on, and you mentioned it earlier, and just in case anyone kind of didn't catch it, is I know people get nervous about stuff like this because they don't want to be sold something different. So they're like, oh, I'm just not going to talk to anybody because they're just going to try and sell me something, and I just want to do it. I'm just going to leave it like
they're just going to try to get me to up my coverage.
Right. So I think what I want to kind of hit on and let people realize is that You guys are not licensed to sell insurance. So they're not coming to you to be sold anything. This is strictly counseling so that they can make that best decision should they want to then go to someone who can sell them that insurance. And that's where they could, potentially then link up with some of our other businesses that have been on the show. But this isn't something where it's going to be a sales pitch. And I think that's a really good thing. I think people really need to take advantage of this because it's really more about education.
Right. It's totally about education and just giving you that information.
Yeah.
And you being able to make that informed decision before you just say, oh, well, my neighbor has this, so I'm just going to get this too. And it may not be the same thing. So you don't ever want to just kind of go with what somebody else has.
Right.
You need to look at this for yourself too. What fits best for you into your budget?
Now, is there a cost for anyone to come in and get counseling?
No,
okay,
it's completely free.
Well, then why not? Yes, y'all need to take advantage.
Take advantage of it.
I'm going to send my mama and my daddy.
There you go.
I'm not even going to lie. I've been dealing with my mama on her Medicaid renewal.
That's
a whole, that is like, I'd rather just go bang my head into this brick wall in the studio right now than deal with that. It's been nuts. So, okay. Well, with the VICAP, what's the best way for someone to get a hold of you guys if they want to specifically look into this?
It's that office number, the 434-385-9070.
Perfect. And then y'all have another program, which I'm going to let Mike kind of take the wheel on.
Yeah, so talking about the SMP with the helping to prevent fraud and things like that. And it's interesting because we've had, because I think you were talking about your dad was in the hospital and his hospital phone rang. And
oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, and somebody was trying to get information from him to
multiple times a day.
Yeah.
In the hospital?
Yeah.
Yep, they were calling the hospital phones and asking.
And they didn't know who he was. They were just fishing rooms, basically.
Yeah. Yep. Fishing the rooms and just trying to get information from people. And the more I think about it, at least, my dad had some, cognizance of what was happening, but you got to think they probably hit some of those rooms where some of them are just like, oh, I don't know. And they'll just answer whatever questions. One, because they just want somebody to talk to. Right. A lot of times they're there and they're bored and they want someone to talk to. So I wouldn't even begin to question how many times they probably are doing it at like maybe nursing homes or rehab facilities where they're there too. Just makes me sick, honestly.
And that's exactly who these people, they find. I don't know how they find them, but they find them. And then once they do, it's like they remember that number. That number is now on speed dial.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And we've had a couple of our clients that have gotten calls for like, oh, we can send you a free back brace or something like that. And they're like, well, I don't need a back bracelet. Mm-hmm. They were like, well, it's free. We can just send it out to you. And, we've had a couple issues where they've done that and then they're charging their Medicare. And
right. That's the one is they charge the Medicare.
Right.
Because they know a lot of your older adults do not look at their Medicare statement.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then their money's gone.
Yep.
They go to get a prescription, they can't get it.
And that's what Senior Medicare Patrol is all about. It's the education on making sure, and if I can tell everybody I see, make sure you are checking your Medicare statements every quarter when you get them. Look at what you're being charged for. If you went to the doctor because you hurt your ankle and you see on your Medicare statement that you got charged for diabetes supplies,
right,
that's a problem because that also goes on your medical record. So what happens if God forbid something happens to somebody and they're in the hospital and they have no family with them? Well, the doctors are looking it up and going, oh, she's diabetic. She has medical supplies. They're not treating you. They could be treating you wrong.
Right.
Because that's what they're seeing because this was charged fraudulently to your Medicare. So you've really got to be careful and vigilant on checking those statements.
Yeah, and I think most people, and I say not even the elderly. I mean, most people, they get an EOB in the mail and they just toss it. There's like, oh, that's just their stuff without really looking at what they've been charged, what the allowables were, what they truly owe, because that's the big thing. Like, anyway, never mind. That's going down a whole nother tunnel, and y'all know my feelings on it. I've talked about it before.
And there's a new Medicare scam out with PayPal and I forgot what the other thing was, but it was like PayPal and I can't think.
Is it
Venmo? I think.
Venmo.
Where they're basically sending the emails or text out saying that your PayPal account was compromised when you tried to pay. And I'm just sitting here going, you got to be kidding. So now we're going through, I actually got a text like that.
Yeah, I've gotten I've gotten a couple of them.
I got an email like that telling me my Bitcoin was overdue, and I'm sitting here going, I don't even have Bitcoin. Like, what is this? And I started looking at it, and I didn't click anything, and I was like, oh no, seriously.
Yeah, or my favorite, your UPS package can't be delivered.
I've gotten 3 of those in the last week.
Yes, I've gotten quite a few of those.
Yeah.
And I get probably a friend request from somebody in some faraway country or state every day. Yes. I mean, wanting to be my friend.
Absolutely.
So I just delete him, and I'm about to put up a post that's like, please don't friend request me unless I know you. Like, I better know you.
Right.
So yeah.
And the biggest thing we always, both of us, always tell people when we're at different events is when you answer your phone, you get one hello. Like, don't sit there and keep going, hello, hello, hello. They're recording you. They can hear your voice. So give them one. If the person hasn't answered as soon as you answer hello, click. Just let it go. Hang it up. If it's somebody who needs you and they had a spill or something, they'll call you straight back. It's just people that are sitting there because they're calling so many at one time that they're trying to get through. It actually blew us. We went to a symposium and we were in a large hotel, and we were told that they have got these places like as big as, like, say, like a Dick's Sporting Goods, and picture that with cubicles. And this is a 9-to-5 business for these people now. They actually send them on trainings to do this.
This is their job. This is what they do.
And it's like, what? Are you serious? And it is I think between 2019 I want to say 2019 and 2023, it was like $34 billion that people have been scammed out of.
Wow.
And in this country.
Wow.
Yeah. And just in 2023 alone, it was like 1.4 billion.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. Because people, you just trusting. That's why I said I hate to say don't be trusting, but nope, can't be trusting anymore.
Yeah, you can't be trusting over the phone.
Yeah, no.
For sure.
I've tried over and over to tell, like, especially my mother, when she gets phone calls like that, and when people, they'll ask you a question, so you have to say yes or no. And I tell her, do not say anything, because as soon as you record that yes, then they take it and can use it to say, oh, I had her permission, and they're using your voice. And so I'm like, you can't do that.
I was actually getting ready to say that too.
The word yes is the dirtiest word in human language today. Do not say it. They can take your yes with AI. They can buy cars. They can open credit cards. They can get bank accounts. They can do everything in your name. They just need that one yes.
It actually is amazing. They can take 1 or 2 words and make a complete. They had a 10-minute AI conversation that they showed us and played for us that was just off of like just a few words. And it was a complete conversation.
It was crazy to listen to this.
We were like,
you thought it was a live person?
Yeah, you would have thought it would be like sitting here talking.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. So if somebody gets a call and they think it's fraud, things like that, what do they need to do?
There's a phone number on the brochure in your hand. That's the Senior Medicare Patrol. That is their home office. There's also my office at that same 434-385-9070. More than welcome to call our office and let us know.
Okay.
I think this is what happened, and we can send you to the right person. And sometimes, depending on it, it might actually be sending you to the local police department, because sometimes depending on what it is, it's mainly a matter for local police. I think our sheriff in Amherst had talked about one person just in that county alone had been scammed very, very badly. So sometimes it's a matter of having to get the local police department involved too. Okay. But that place will be the one, the Senior Medicare Patrol office will actually be the one to start with. That is strictly Medicare.
Okay.
That part. Anything else that maybe is that you're finding you think you're being frauded on that's not Medicare, that also you can call me and we can go through. I can send you to your, if need be, send you to your local sheriff's department.
Okay. And the national number is 1-800-938-8885. Or you can go to virginiasmp.com.
Yeah. They are a great group of people. They are absolutely amazing.
Yeah. And it's a great thing because a lot of times, especially with seniors, if they do get scammed, and that, well, I mean, even if I got scammed, I'd be like, well, what do I do next, right? You don't really know who to call. Is this something that I need to call the police, or and it's hard to find and prove, especially if they're doing Medicare and sending them something, because you don't get the report until the quarter's over. So it can just be hard to figure out what to do. So,
well, our office is there for that. So
Absolutely.
If you ever feel like that is what has happened, please do not hesitate to call our office, and we can go from there.
Yeah, I think it's especially good for those that, I mean, you have some of the elderly now that maybe don't have family, don't have anyone to kind of advocate for them. So this is, I think, important for them to contact you guys so that they kind of have that advocate in a way. That can help them out, because I mean I'm usually pretty good at catching scam stuff, like even when I see it, but I actually I fell about a year ago buying something on Facebook. It didn't hit me till after I had sent the money, but it was a scam. Luckily I got it refunded back to me, but they're everywhere, and sometimes they're hard to catch, and you think you know it, but they get trickier and trickier every day.
Well, it's their business. They go to work just like we do. They do this. But something we learned interesting enough was some of these individuals that are calling us and doing these scams, they have been abducted. They've been trafficked. They're trying to buy their way out of their imprisonment.
So they're motivated to try and...
And then some of them were abducted or trafficked at a very young age, like 11. And they have got these kids. They've got like 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old kids doing this every day. So some of these kids that they were talking about were trafficked at a very young age, that by the time they turned 18 or 19, it's their life. That's what they know.
And they think this is
they think it's
what
right.
normal life is.
It's normal.
Right.
Yes, their normal everyday life.
Yeah.
They don't know any different. So that was really sad when we heard about that.
Yeah. Wow.
Man.
I didn't even think about that part of it. I just figured it was like older people with nothing else to do. And, you think about, that's horrible.
We had the FBI there at this symposium. The things they told us they see, it blowed our mind.
Wow.
So, for the Central Virginia Alliance for Community Living, am I correct this time?
Yes.
I did it right. I tried to do it. I didn't look at anything this time. I was like, I'm gonna do it.
CVACL.
So, well, I knew a CVACL, but I didn't want. I'm trying to I wanted to let people know, because people say CVABC and they don't know what we are.
Right.
Now, do you have anything coming up? When do y'all start your Elves for Elders? Because I mean, like I said, it's September. We're already talking about Christmas parades, and I know we'll probably have you back on.
We're gonna be in the Lynchburg Christmas parade.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Oh, that's exciting.
We are. I'm planning out our whole float and our band.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Yeah. So, and I'm sure we'll probably have you back on closer to when that's going on. Yes. But I know that kind of kicks off soon.
Yes, Elves forms will go out actually next week. They'll start going out to the clients.
Okay.
We are shooting for 700 this year. This year, we're actually in a partnership under our Title VI with the Monacan Nation out in Amherst County. They're now under a Title VI partnership with us, and their elders are going to be included in our elders this
That's
year.
cool.
Awesome.
I have taken on 2 new trees this year. I've got 2 new partners. I've got my Bedford partners, of course, my Bedford Library ladies. They rock. They're my rock stars. So we will have about 17 trees up this year.
And am I included in that list?
If you would like one, I was going to see.
Because last time when you came on, I do want to do that. So yeah,
we'll be on the tree list.
So you got 3 new trees now.
3 new trees.
Yeah.
I love new trees. I love new trees, and it will be the same thing. The tags will go out on the trees. Get the gifts, bring them back to your host tree, or bring them to us at the office, and we'll start delivering them about December the 7th or 8th.
Okay.
Although this year I am looking for volunteer elves. I'm looking for volunteer deliverers.
Okay.
And they would just call me at the office at 385-9070. Tell me when they can deliver. I'll set them up, meet them there at the office. And I'll even do it on a Saturday with them. I'll set them up with the gifts. I'll have their run planned, their directions. I'll have called the recipients the day before and let them know they're coming. And then they'll just take and deliver the gifts and get a little joy themselves.
Is that something that can be done, like if I wanted to do it and bring my 12-year-old with me so that she can take part in something like
That's
that?
what we want.
Okay.
We would love for maybe some church groups or youth groups.
Okay.
parental, maybe some parents get together as a group, like some ladies that may have a walking group, and they say, well, hey, let's us get the kids and go and call Vicki and let's deliver these gifts.
Okay.
Yes, meet me. I'll give you the gifts. If they're not home by chance, you just bring them back to me and then we'll take it from there. But usually if they know we're coming, they're going to be there.
Okay, perfect.
They're going to be there.
I'll get with you on that then.
People to see the joy of older people.
Yes.
These gifts, and they are joyful.
Yes. I want to get her more involved in community service and things like that. So,
this would be a good.
Yeah. So I think that would be good. Awesome. I'll get with you on that.
Yes.
Well, thank you ladies so much for joining us today. I appreciate it. It was great information about those two programs. So I hope that people that are listening will call you guys and be able to connect with you to learn more about whether for them or for a family member. And real quick again, give us that number.
434-385-9070.
Okay.
And there's two questions that we ask every guest that comes on the podcast.
Go ahead.
So how long have you been part of the Central Virginia Business Coalition?
This will be our 5th year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
5th year that we've been with y'all.
And what do you think is the greatest benefit of being part of the CVABC?
It is being able to come here with this medium and get the word out to the people that you serve. I know people that listen to your podcast, they'll say, are you going to be on the podcast again? And I'm like, yeah, I'll be on the podcast again. I'm always going to be on the podcast at some point. I'm like a family member to the podcast.
Right.
But it is. Your medium is great. And I hope it goes on forever and ever and ever and ever. Amen.
Awesome. Thank you. And actually, I can't let you go without asking for an update on your son.
Oh, well, he's not only my son. He's her nephew.
That's my nephew.
She's my sister.
Her nephew. Oh, okay. So I need an update on. Hold on, it's Brown Bag Boy, right?
Brown Bag Boy.
Yeah.
Brown Bag Boy.
He has been doing some parties, some DJing. He's back home permanently because he's got a 3.5-year-old named Sullivan that is a joy to me, but he can be a mess to him. And he's actually working with us now. He's at the agency.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He does our IT. He's program services assistant. He jumps in any department that needs him.
Okay.
He goes with me to events. He does our PowerPoints when we go out. He DJ'd and PowerPointed one we just did recently. So, yeah.
He's actually also jumped into VICAP also.
Yeah, he's into VICAP with her.
Wonderful.
He'll be in Elves with me. Actually, he will be in the Christmas parade. When you see the 6'5" Frosty, you'll know who it is.
Okay, that's great. Awesome. Well, I just had to check in on him. It was wonderful having him on the show a few years ago, and I always like to find out how he's doing.
Well, I may bring him with me when we do Elves.
Sounds good. That would be great. That would be awesome. Well, thank y'all so much for joining us, and we are going to cut to a quick commercial, and we'll be right back.
Right, thanks.
Thank you.
Visiting Angels, America's Choice in Home Care, is now serving Lynchburg and the surrounding counties from their new location at 2201 Lincoln Road, providing our community with personal care services, including assistance with bathing, dressing, meal preparation, grocery shopping, light housekeeping, and much more. Our trained staff have to pass all of our requirements for a high standard of care, ensuring that you have a compassionate, kind, and qualified caregiver. Our office team works with you as a partner in providing care for you or your family member to make the task of starting and continuing care an easier process. At Visiting Angels, we understand that every individual is different. That's why our team of dedicated caregivers is committed to providing tailored assistance to make you happier and healthier at home. Call 434-439-4698 to learn more about our services and schedule a free in-home, no-obligation consultation. Trust Visiting Angels in Lynchburg to bring peace of mind to you and your loved ones.
Visiting Angels, America's Choice in Home Care.
Woody's over there singing, raising his hand, having church. So.
Jamming.
Yeah.
Jamming at Visiting Angels.
It's a great commercial by Visiting Angels, who is America's Choice in Home Care and serving the Lynchburg and surrounding counties. If you heard the commercial and you're like, man, it'd be great if my business was highlighted there, just reach out to us. You can email Heather at cvabc.org, and I get the prices and the rundown of that. It's actually not that expensive, and you can do it for just 1 month if you wanted to. So
yeah, it's only like $100.
Yeah.
Very affordable.
It's not bad at all.
I'm sorry, I'm sitting up here eating a cookie.
Yeah, I see that.
After our episode last week, we were talking about we hadn't done a food episode in a while, and that Woody hasn't brought us treats.
Right.
I decided to bring treats today. So I'm eating a chocolate covered, I don't know what kind of cookie this is.
It's like a butter cookie or a shortbread cookie.
Some kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, mine did not last as long as yours did.
But it's very good. Well, I'm not really supposed to eat much of this. So if I eat this whole thing, y'all are going to have to do the rest of the episode without me.
Right.
Yeah. We got this from our local cafe up here in Bedford, the Blue Lady Cafe and Ippolito Chocolates. Mm-hmm. They do hand dip. They do all types of different
all sorts of
chocolates and
things.
Treats. And so I went up there for lunch before coming here because I love their turkey sandwiches and I needed to grab something. He also does the ribbons for our ribbon cuttings. So I needed to grab a ribbon because we have ribbon cutting Friday. And grabbed me some cookie treats for everybody. So hopefully you guys have been enjoying this delicious treat.
Yeah, it was very good. Thank you.
So again, this week, we don't have a second guest this week. Last week we had somebody who was sick.
Right.
This week we just didn't have anybody on the calendar, and that's okay. Because I think I really enjoy us when we get to dive into different topics and stuff sometimes. Last week, we were talking about marketing and things like that. And so this week I thought it would be fun. I have a little small business type quiz.
Woody, I'm scared.
And I thought it would be neat to kind of talk. So it says it's called a quiz for small business success.
It's going to be something, Mike, when it starts with, I thought this would be fun. See, that's my red flag right there.
Right.
Mm-hmm. See, and I need a pen. Well, I don't have a pen.
We can get it. I can effort that. Hold on one second.
Hold on. Yeah, I need a pen because I need to write down your answers so I can then tally and tell you what kind of successful business people you guys are. I'm not taking this quiz.
This is a new segment of the show called Mike on the Spot.
Well, I'll tell you my cookie. I listen to a lot of podcasts, and some of my favorite ones are the ones where they do these type of quizzes or game type situation things.
Right.
Oh, it's kind of fun. So, okay. So I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to give you A, B, C, D, or E. You have to tell me what your answer is. And then once we get through these, I'm going to tally it up and then it'll tell you what type of business success.
Are Woody and I both answering?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to know what Woody and what Woody's doing over here.
All right. Let me. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
First question.
Okay.
What is the key to business success? Okay. Now, is that A, business knowledge, B, market awareness, C, hands-on management, D, sufficient capital, or E, hard work? And there is no correct answer. We tally all these up and it kind of gives a...
Read them again.
Okay. A, business knowledge, B, market awareness, C, hands-on management, D, sufficient capital, or E, hard work.
And we just pick one.
Yes, you do.
So I think I'm going to say the market awareness. Was that B?
Yeah.
Woody?
I'm going to go with E.
You're going with E, which is hard work. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Second question. If a relative ever asks me for advice about starting a business, I will tell them to
Don't
A.
Do it. No, I'm just kidding.
Get out now.
A, work for someone else in that field first. B, write a business plan. C, study marketing. D, give up the idea entirely. So there you go.
Yep.
Or A, learn about budgeting.
So I'm going for the have experience in the industry, which can be valuable, but it can also be hard to work for somebody and then go out and become their competition.
Gotcha.
So, I would at least talk to somebody in the industry. So I'm going to go with that answer.
Okay. Woody?
I'm going to say it's an odd answer for me, the budgeting one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I wish I would have honestly learned that in the beginning.
Right.
Because I like winging it and the journey's half the fun for me.
Right.
But to go work for somebody else, like Mike said, is hard for me for competition. But in the beginning, I think if you have your budget and hard work in line, you're already ahead of the game.
Okay. Now let's see. Number 3. Which is the largest potential trouble spot, I guess, in a business? A, too much growth. B, too little growth. C, growing too fast. D, growing too slow. Or E, just sporadic growth.
I think growing too fast is the biggest challenge, which we have actually done in the last month and a half, which is why I haven't been in many things. But because that's really hard because it's I used to listen to a podcast called How I Built This, I think. And they would talk about the scalability all the time. Like, how can you scale this up? And to scale something up can be extremely challenging. So I think growing too fast, because you're going to make more mistakes if you do it too quickly.
Okay. Woody?
I would agree with Mike on that.
Okay.
I think that is actually worse than growing too slow.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Question 4. I trust A, nobody.
Hey,
B, myself.
you can stop right there.
C, my partner. D, a few key employees. Or E, my customers.
D,
Oh,
a few employees.
D.
Was that
okay.
the? Trying to make sure I'm saying the right one.
Okay. Yep, you're right.
oh my gosh. That's hard.
It is.
Can you do it one more time, Heather?
Yeah, it's either A, nobody. B, myself. C, my partner. D, a few key employees. Or E, my customers.
I would say the good answer is the customers, because if you listen to what they say and you're at the mercy of the market like I am,
Mm-hmm.
you have to give them what they want, not what I want. So if I trust myself, it doesn't really matter in the end
Okay.
on some things.
All right. The next question is I am unhappy when my employees are A, late. B, unhappy. C, abrupt with customers. D, resigning. Or E, less dedicated than me. Like what makes you unhappy with
What was B?
B was unhappy. Like
yeah,
you're
I don't want
unhappy
them to
when
be
they're unhappy.
unhappy. And so C for me would never happen because if they was it the rude to customers or something?
Yeah, see, that's,
You're not going to
that's
stay with me.
exactly.
You're not going to be on my staff if
That's
that happens.
Mhm.
So B, I want them to be happy because happy people do better work.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the abrupt with customers. Okay, that's a no for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's nope. I don't care how unhappy you are.
Right.
Don't be abrupt with customers.
Okay. Perfect.
But if they're happy, they're not going
If they're happy, they'll be great.
This is a multi-level question.
Yeah.
Now going
They'll be a
into
happy
this,
cast member.
my customers are A, always right.
Well,
B, too fussy. C, demanding. D, worth listening to. Or E, dumb.
well,
I'm going to go with don't say E.
God, I can't.
I'm going to say D, worth listening to because they're not always right. They
Okay.
may think they're right. And
Okay.
there may be something that we can agree on, but I'm not just going to go, well, and I have a sign in my office that says the only thing you can't buy more of is reputation.
Right.
So we're going to do whatever to make the customer happy, but also what was the answer I gave?
What?
What was the answer I gave?
Oh, you gave them the worth listening
The
to.
worth. Yeah. I think it's worth listening to them to make sure that you understand where they're coming from and making sure they're happy, but they're not just automatically going to be right.
Okay.
All right, Woody?
I think that is a great answer.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So you know what? I'm gonna cancel that out because I was doing it wrong. Anyway, number 7. Sorry, I did
It's
something
worth
wrong here.
listening to yourself, Heather.
I
You gotta
did.
trust
I'm over
yourself.
here doing something wrong. Okay, so rank these in order of importance from small business marketing. Rank these in order of importance for small business marketing success. Okay.
Okay.
So Woody, this should be up your alley
Let's
here.
do it. I'm
right.
ready.
That you answer first, Woody.
Okay.
A, word of mouth. B, advertising. C, signs. D, location. Or E, community events.
Woody's going to say signs right off the bat.
It's like
I wish
what-
it was sides. I would get A+ in
All
that.
right, go through them again one more time.
Yeah.
A, word of mouth. B, advertising. C, signs. D, location. And E, community events.
I would say rank them from importance, right? From first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So what's
The-
your top thing
The
you should
top
do?
one is word of mouth.
Okay.
That's make it or break it.
And I
right?
agree.
Okay.
The second thing is community events,
Okay.
right? The third thing is, well, it depends on type of business, advertising.
Okay.
Fourth thing is signs. Last is location,
Okay.
because we are in the worst location and we do all right.
Cool. Mike.
All right. So the first one was that he picked. I picked the same thing. as
Word
him
of mouth.
first. Word of mouth is most important.
Okay.
Then location,
Okay.
and then signs,
Okay.
and then community events. And
Okay.
what was left?
Advertising.
Advertising. Yep.
Okay.
And by location, let me clarify, because I don't want my landlord listening to this think I think it's the worst location. I'm at the worst location for a recording studio. Does that make sense?
You're next to a train track.
We're next to a train track. So,
But also,
Oh,
logically,
yeah.
but with the ambience
Mhm.
cancels that out. But I just don't think location matters if you nail the other things. I think
true.
the other things outweigh it, and the quality of service will get past that.
And for you don't necessarily have people coming in and trying to buy something.
Exactly. It's a different
So
type of business. too.
your physical presence isn't as critical. Whereas mine, if people don't see us, they don't know we're in
Exactly.
Lynchburg.
Yep.
Because we just moved our office and it made a huge difference in our business.
That's
So,
right.
Okay. So, I'm going to skip over like how financially your firm is because I feel like that's kind of invasive. I don't want people
Right.
to like all up in that. So we're going to skip that question.
We'll send you my bank records.
In hiring people, yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. Here you go.
In hiring people, do you A, take far too long? B, look for the cheapest person? C, personality is more important than experience? D, I look for the best person and I'm willing to pay? or E, I only hire at the trainee level?
Mm.
I know that's a good one.
One more time. I'm so sorry. Can you say one?
Okay, so when you're hiring people, do you A, take far too long? B, look for the cheapest person? C, personality is more important than experience? D, I look for the best person and am willing to pay for it? Or E, I only hire at the trainee level?
See, that's Mike. These could be two different answers.
Yeah, because it's different.
Yeah, because your field is.
We hire a lot more than you do.
Yeah, and
Like
plus,
a more
yours is. You know what I'm saying? Like it's different. There's some fields that are crucial and some that are.
Well, I feel like in Mike's sense, he needs to have. Some people have to have certifications where Woody can hire at the trainee level,
right,
and build it to what he wants.
And we also hire at the training level and give them the training, but that's rare.
I would say
not the norm.
For me, though, it's personality. Because I feel like
for your industry, it is. For me, it's not, because we need that experience.
Yes.
Even though we will train people, like we like to, and we've had people come through and their personality so great. We're like, please let us put you through this training. I think you'd be great at this, that kind of thing. But I think mine is, what was the next to the last one?
Looking for the best person willing to pay for it.
We need the best person. And, we are not a minimum wage job. We are, we're trying to motivate people to come to work and things like that. So, yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, I looked out with my last employee because I got the personality.
Right.
And then, I was able to train her, but she does amazing. So I love that. Okay. So with my employees, I treat everybody the same. That's A. B, I try to talk privately to everyone once a week. That's kind of okay.
Mm-hmm.
C, to whatever extent possible, I tailor assignments to their personalities.
Mm-hmm.
D, I encourage them to talk to me about the business. Or E, I try to work alongside them whenever possible.
I'm going to say E. I try to work alongside them whenever possible, because we all do a lot of different jobs in my office, right? Not necessarily our caregivers that are out in the field, but no one person, a responsibility doesn't fall on just one person, except for some of the things that I do, because I'm the only one that should be doing those. But like for scheduling and hiring and things like that, like we all work alongside each other. So I'm going to say that for my answer.
Okay. Woody?
I would say for me, it's C.
Okay.
Because I wish somebody would have done that for me when I was working. Like, I cater 100% of the responsibilities to me, but if you see they have a strength or a personality trait or whatever, I think it's important to, in my field, it's important to notice that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so the real key to business success is A, hard work and perseverance. B, fine products and service. C, advertising. D, knowing the fundamentals of business. Or E, your employees.
All right, read the question and the answers one more time.
The real key to business success. Is it A, hard work and perseverance? B, fine products and service? C, advertising? D, knowing the fundamentals of business? Or E, employees?
Mike, I'll go.
Go ahead.
You want to think about it?
Yeah, go ahead.
See, for me, it's A.
Okay.
Right. But that also leads to B fairly quickly. So like if you work hard and you persevere, then you kind of adapt, because there's no logical reason I should have a business other than you just keep working hard. You adapt to the market, especially through COVID and everything. And then you kind of come out like, oh yeah, this is what I was supposed to be doing. And it just took me a while to get here. So I say A, hard work.
And I'm going to go with B, because our industry is kind of defined because we have regulations, things like that. So there's pretty much what we can do.
Okay. Well, the success of your business is on the product and the service that you're giving, because then people won't want it if they don't.
We have to do what we do well.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of companies out there that do what we do, and some of them do them better than others. Right?
Okay.
I don't think there's anybody that's really bad, but it's just different levels of quality.
Okay, so the next question, I don't really like it. Honestly, I don't really like any of the answers. I really don't. Competition is A, dumb, B, smart, C, cunning, D, everywhere, and E, a constant threat. I really don't like any of those answers.
All right, can you do it one more time?
Yeah. Okay. Competition is
Yep.
A, dumb.
Dumb. All right, you stop right there.
B, smart, C, cunning, D, everywhere, or E, a constant threat.
I'm going to go, Mike, can I answer?
Yeah.
I'm going to go everywhere.
Okay.
Can I say something egotistical?
You can.
I don't really I kind of like competition, but it doesn't
bother you.
It either fuels me to be better or it just does not, it's everywhere. So it's just like, do your thing, be you, rock your service out, and you will win every time.
Yeah.
Yep. And I'm going to say A, that it's smart. And let me tell
I mean,
you why.
dumb. A's dumb.
Oh,
B's smart.
Be smart.
Okay.
And let me tell you why. Because if you don't have any competition, you don't have a standard that you have to match or
Yep.
beat.
That's right.
And I am a pretty competitive person, and I don't want the biggest home care agency in Lynchburg, but I do want the best. And where we may sometimes be the best and sometimes our competition may be the best, as long as we're striving for that, our customers are always going to win.
There you go.
Okay. I like your answer better than any of these answers.
You're right. Me
Okay.
too.
You like his answer better than my answer, though?
No, your answer is
It's fine, Heather. My answer was A, dumb.
dumb.
Didn't make sense. Fine. Go right ahead.
I love it. Okay. 14, the best competitive advantage is A, experience, B, understanding what the market needs, C, confidence, D, conducting a business ethically, or E, a detailed plan.
D.
Yep.
D.
I agree.
Okay.
D.
Perfect.
Wins every time.
Only thing you can't buy more of is reputation.
That's right. Amen.
Okay. 15, I keep a careful financial record, B, in touch with my customers, C, in touch with my employees, D, trying new techniques, or E, wanting to retire.
I mean, E always, but that's
E.
just because, you know.
Yeah.
No. Read them again one more time.
It says, I keep careful financial records, B, in touch with my customers, C, in touch with my employees, D, trying new techniques, or E, wanting to retire.
In touch with customers.
I would like to think I'm B. I think I could
Yeah.
be better at that, though. But that's what, yes.
Okay, we've only got a couple more.
All right.
My dream is A, to grow the business until someone else can run it. B, to work until I drop. C, to give up these headaches and have more fun at work. D, to try to open another business. Or E, to take a vacation.
What's a vacation?
I know, right?
I'd have to check with Woody on that.
Take a
'cause he's
vacation.
Taking a vacation.
That's why I work. Take
Yeah.
vacations.
So I'm going to say, what was A?
To grow the business until
Yes.
someone else can take over.
So I don't necessarily want to grow the business until someone can take over, but I want to grow the business to the point where I am doing the big decisions and the fun stuff,
Okay.
right? Because right now I do fun stuff, I do hard stuff, and I do the big stuff
So
and little
wait,
stuff.
so are you A or
A.
are you C? You want to give up the headache and have more fun at work eventually? Like you want to have the fun stuff.
Oh, well, you know what? Let's say B then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are you, Woody?
Oh, my God.
What are we doing?
I mean, Woody has fun every day.
I know. That's what I feel bad sometimes telling people what I do because it's like I have the best job. And I love what I do.
I think Woody's is just to take a vacation.
Take a
to be-
vacation
to
and grow
Disney
it and-
every other month.
He's
Yeah.
been really on task today because his supervisor's here today.
I
Yeah,
know.
that's right.
The real boss is here.
Real boss is in the
head-
studio.
Head studios. I mean, the head honcho's here. So
Yeah.
I would say, yeah, I would like to grow it. Like I think, you know, but also I don't know. I just love helping my clients. I like seeing them succeed. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. I'm gonna go with grow. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I like my vacations too, but that's not why.
Right.
Why I do it.
Okay. So the next question is, I think business plans are A, for the birds, B, nice but not necessary, C, something I can do with my accountant, D, useful and informative, or E, essential. I would not do a business without them.
I'm going to say D, leaning towards E. I think they're essential. I'm just not great at business plans. Luckily, I'm not the one that had to develop ours. So, I mean, I can follow it, but if I had to make one from scratch, like I wouldn't even know where to start because it's so much to do.
Okay.
So
Oh, for me, God, this is gonna sound horrible though. Every business person, like
you just wing it.
I wing it because if I would have, I wrote a plan at the beginning of this year. It within 3 months you throw it out the window.
Right.
And this, at least in my field. So
Okay.
I don't know what.
Wait, which one did you say? For the birds?
Maybe. Yeah.
that's kinda like-
I'm sorry, everybody
yeah.
out there. Yeah. For the
So I think
birds.
it's funny that I said you just wing it and it's for the birds
It's for the
Yeah,
birds.
it is. It's,
So-
it's for the
Throw
birds.
that plan out the window and go on a vacation.
because your signed budget in January wasn't nearly what it was.
I blew my sign budget for the next 3 years in 2 months.
Right.
Just so y'all know. So I keep detailed financials, apparently.
Okay.
Oops.
That's all right. Okay. What makes for a terrific entrepreneur? A, creativity, B, discipline, C, consumer orientation,
Ooh.
D, technical proficiency, or E, flexibility.
Oh.
All right. So these are hard, but I've got my answer locked in and it's 100%.
Oh, go.
So I'm going to let you go first.
No, don't.
I don't want you to, because I know.
Okay, well, Heather, one more time, since he's locked in.
Okay. What makes a terrific entrepreneur?
Yeah.
A, creativity, B, discipline, C, consumer orientation, D, technical proficiency, or E, flexibility.
Ooh, I'm going to go for entrepreneur. in general, customer efficiency. I think if you know your customers, then you can succeed.
Okay.
And I'm going to say flexibility because
that's a good one.
no day in my job is the same.
That's great. That's good.
Right.
Good
You've got to be able to I hate this word, pivot and go to something else. You've got to be able to be flexible, and you've got to learn your Gumby state. Do you know what your Gumby state is?
No.
You've got to be able to bend but not break.
Oh, that's true.
You got to be able to bend but not break. So you've got to know your limits, but you've got to be flexible, but you've also got to have those boundaries and things like that. So
okay. Okay, we're down to the last 2 questions, and I know we're running over today.
Right.
So what does a business need most?
Flexible.
A, money. B, market research. C, help. D, time. E, a solid business plan. So we know that Woody is not picking
We know we're
that
throwing that one out.
But what does it need the most?
all right, read them one more time.
A, money. B, market research. C, help. D, time. Or E, a solid business plan.
Oh. So I want it. So the responsible part of me wants to say a solid business plan because then money won't be an issue. However, in every business, especially when you're scaling, money is in order to grow, you have to have the money.
Yeah.
So I have a friend who may be a DJ on Doc Rock, Janet, who always says, if money can solve it, it's not a problem.
Oh,
right.
That's a good. Yeah.
So
That's smart.
So I'm going to go with money. And if it's wrong, I'm just going to blame Janet.
I would say I agree with Mike, but like half my fun stuff that I came up with is when I had no money.
Right.
And I was the most creative. So money, sure, it makes it a lot more fun. But
I would say that the MacGyver syndrome, I don't have the money to just do this.
Yeah,
and
you
just throw
can't.
money
It's
in
no
it. And you've got to
excuse.
do it on a real strict budget. You end up being a lot more creative and making things work a lot better. So yeah, I agree with that, Woody.
Yeah.
So what's your answer, Woody?
God dog it.
Money, market research, help, time, or not even
I would say time.
Yeah.
I would say time.
You're going to say time.
That's been the thing for me yet. If I had time, yeah.
Okay. And then last question is, what is essential to marketing? A, a sixth sense. B, market research again. C, customer awareness. D, experience. Or E, testing.
Or F, media squatch.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, read them one more time.
Okay. What is essential to marketing? A, a sixth sense. B, market research. C, customer awareness. D, experience. Or E, testing.
I'm going to say customer experience, but personality also weighs into the answer that's not there is personality. If you don't have the personality that you can go out and talk to people about your business and trigger that word of mouth. Somebody on Facebook the other day was like, hey, I don't know anything about these 3 home care companies. I wasn't one listed. Didn't hurt my feelings at all. There were like 20 comments on that, and 17 of them were saying, call Mike at Business Angels. He's the best.
I saw that.
Right? And that did not happen overnight. That's 7.5 years of talking to people in our community, proving our reputation, and doing that. So it's, the answer that I wanted to give was not there.
I would say the majority of my answer is the customer experience, and then the sixth sense. And I'll tell you why real quick. Because in my field, I work with companies, many small business owners that own their business. So they know their business, right? They just need help getting in front of people or getting a message out or whatever. So I kind of rely on them, and then I help enhance that. But then also, I've always learned if I go with my gut and sixth sense, it does not steer me wrong with campaigns or whatever most of the time.
So I find it funny after going over both your answers, and y'all had different answers and different things, and they each scored differently.
Mm-hmm.
Your scores were within 1 point of each other, like 66
Nice.
and 65.
Wow.
So let me read what this says.
I almost don't want to know who got the better
Who won?
I'm not
the
sure.
better score.
Competition.
Or the worst score.
Mike had 66.
Okay.
Woody had 65.
Oh, come
1
on.
point difference.
Oh my gosh.
You just
So-
can't win Jeopardy.
I can't win at any.
But I'll say that was close, and I'll say because we had very similar answers on a lot of things, and the answers beyond the ABCDE, right? So I think that shows that we're right in the same path. We just get there differently.
Mike.
Yeah,
Good job.
Yeah.
That's
because
fantastic.
We're both great at what we do. Like Woody, we're awesome.
That's
That
really
I
what
guess
that number means.
So I'm going to read what this says about your score.
Oh, all right, let's do it.
So it says, your business is probably headed for long-term success.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, I think I was
Yep.
waiting for that.
While you may be enjoying customer loyalty and repeat business, never forget that savvy competition is always looking for ways to take the lead. Don't let comfort lull you into false security. Be creatively assertive.
Ooh,
I
man.
think that's a fabulous.
Wow.
That kind of hurt my feelings a little bit, Woody. Like
that is
low key.
that kind of hit me hard there.
Yeah.
I don't-
Yeah.
It's good
I
though.
don't. It's kind of scary how
I like
well
it.
that knows me. I don't really
So-
appreciate that.
Now, was that score and that result? Did you factor in taking out the question about the financial stuff that you took out? Because our score actually would have been higher.
No, I did take out the two questions, the two financial questions,
But
but
did you adjust our score? Is there a higher thing that, or were we just in the top range?
you were like in the mid. So
Okay.
like in your category, that I don't think either of those would have played into pushing you into any other
Okay.
category.
Okay. But
Yeah.
I think that was a fitting description, though.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's basically saying you guys are both doing a great job, but people are out there lurking.
but
So
don't
just
get
always be
cocky.
on your toes.
Don't get cocky and don't get like.
Yeah. Don't get complacent.
You need hard work and dedication.
Yeah, stay creative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, which we know Woody will probably have now that we've done this, there'll be like 5 brand new things pumping out tomorrow.
We'll
I
come in,
will.
There'll be
Yep.
16 new T-shirts hanging up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Speaking
Absolutely.
of which, I like that you did T-shirts for the podcast,
Yeah.
but ours should have had a microphone on it, not a megaphone, because that's on.
That's all right. So that's retro inspired.
Okay.
That is my vintage collection.
Okay.
So I'm kind of retconning. So it's like we've been around for like 20, 30 years.
Right.
And then the current new merch will come out. So that
Okay.
it feels like we've been around and like, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
The vintage.
And I like the shirt designs. Don't get me wrong,
Thank you.
but they were really cool.
Yeah.
So, and they were vintage feeling.
Vintage,
So,
vintage feeling. Retro is
I like it.
vintage inspired.
I liked it.
Well, thank y'all for doing that little
Yeah,
quiz. I
thanks
just
for
thought that
bringing
was
the quiz.
fun.
It was interesting.
It's kind of a fun way to kind of look at. And if you're sitting here listening, you can go back and answer those questions yourself, jot them down, and just kind of give yourself a good idea of what your answers are to that. Heck, if you want to message me and ask me what tell me what your number is and what that means about your business, I'll be more than happy to
Probably
shoot you
won't.
the answer.
Probably won't get as high as me, Mike, but it's fine. Don't
Yeah, that's
don't
fine.
feel bad if you don't get
right.
Speaking
that
of
high of a score.
competition.
Yeah, don't
No.
Right.
don't beat yourself up.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I hope everyone has a great, Labor Day weekend, relaxing weekend. I know most businesses are closed on Monday, so you can spend time with family and things like that. Are y'all doing anything for the weekend? Because I'm leaving tomorrow morning, so. Boom, boom, boom.
Wait, that's not the weekend yet. That's Thursday.
I'll be working. No.
Heather's heading to the Outer Banks.
So this is one of those weird
Good for you.
holidays where we're actually closed. So our office is closed, even though we're still open. I'm usually on call. I still do some work, things like that, just kind of as people need it. But it's we've been so busy lately. Like I'll probably have to work a couple hours anyway. It's that growth is hard. That growth hurts, and we are growing right now. So. I'll be glad next Wednesday. I'll have all day. I'll have an extra day to
you
catch
go.
up in the office. So that's good. So,
Yeah.
Because no show next week. So if that makes you sad,
Well, next
tell Woody no more vacation.
I'm sad.
so I'm sorry everybody, but next week is our head boss's birthday. And
Happy
we have
birthday, Laura.
we have a week long
I'm assuming that's the
celebration
head boss.
in store for her.
Fabulous.
So that's where I will be.
Oh, that's exciting. That's exciting. Yeah, I'm leaving with my husband and son tomorrow morning. We're heading to the Outer Banks. We're going to see Sublime in concert.
Oh, it's gonna be so fun.
one of my-
oh,
not talking
Sublime
to you,
in the
so-
Outer Banks.
So
I'm not talking to you for 2 weeks.
Oh,
I'm so excited.
great.
No, we're not going for the whole weekend. We're coming back Saturday morning because prices to stay in the Outer Banks Labor Day weekend,
Oh.
don't even talk to
Oh
me.
my gosh. Yeah.
It
that's
was
the last
nuts.
big price weekend.
Yeah,
And
it was
then falls off.
nuts.
Yeah.
So,
Oh man, it's gonna be so fun.
yeah, I'm excited.
good
I like
job.
taking more of those 3 to 4 day long weekends than even that whole like week long trip because it's just kind of like it gives you time to kind of reset, but then you're not gone for too long that
Yeah,
you feel like you're out of it.
We went to Nashville for the weekend in February, and that was one of our favorite trips
Mhm.
so far. So those little trips sometimes are better than
Yeah.
the ones because you don't get tired of being there
Exactly.
and like, oh, I'm exhausted.
Well,
Right.
and you also can take more of them. I feel like
Right.
it's easier to take like 3 or 4 days and being able, like, for me to take off Thursday, Friday than me to do Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, Megan's she's holding down the fort Thursday and Friday.
Nice.
And yeah, so
Good for you.
nice.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Well, if there's nothing else, we will just remind you guys, if you want to find out anything more about our events, any of the businesses that we've spoken to on the podcast, you can go to
cvabc.org. Have a great week, and we'll see you in 2 weeks on Wednesday.